He moved like a whisper, trying to remember how to be a man again. Fast. Nervous. Desperate. Steel caught the light before his eyes did. I've seen blades like that before, trembling not from rage, but from fear. Astarion, he called himself. Elf. Beautiful. Dangerous. Hollow-eyed, like something that hadn't slept in years. Because dreams had stopped being safe. He tried to charm me at first, the way snakes pretend they're silk. But when I turned away, the dagger found its courage. I didn't flinch. I've been stabbed before, by enemies, by allies, by the kind of people who smile too easily when they lie. And yet, when I saw his hand shake, when I saw the panic flicker behind those crimson eyes, I knew this wasn't malice, it was survival. The same parasite burning in my skull burns in his. We are both prisoners to the same horror. He realized it too. In that breath where fear turned to recognition, he lowered the blade. I didn't forgive him, but I understood him. Still, I'll tread lightly. Deceit wears many faces, and I've learned to look them all in the eye before I call them ally. We moved as three shadows on a broken shore, Astarion gliding at the edge, eyes restless, Shadowheart silent beside me, her calm a shield against the noise. The rock path wound north toward the gaping mouth of the falling Nautiloid, its metal bones steaming in the dawn. Salt, smoke, and old memory clung to the air. I kept them close, not from trust, but from experience. Survival favors the cautious, not the kind.
Mind if I do?
Never want to.
There, a mind flayer, and it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
Shadowheart is right. The wounded mind flayer could still be dangerous. Its kind never dies clean. Even broken, it plots. Even bleeding, it hungers. I slow my steps, every sense sharpened to a soldier's edge. Instinct whispers, find the high ground. From above, I can see before I am seen. The Nautiloid's carcass groans in the wind, flesh fused with metal, veins still twitching with leftover divinity. This thing, this horror, it is the cradle of the parasite burning in our skulls. I feel the weight of that truth in my bones. No pity, no hesitation. Whatever remains of it, I will show no mercy. I signal the descent. Shadowheart and I move first. Bows drawn, hearts steady, The air thickens with that sour tang of alien blood. Below, the Mind Flayer twitches, half alive, half remembering what it was. "Astarion," I order, voice low but sharp. "Hold position. Eyes on the wreck. If it stirs, if anything stirs, you fire." He nods, pale face unreadable in the dim light. He'll obey, for now. Fear makes good soldiers. Shadowheart keeps pace beside me. Every step closer feels like walking into the breath of a storm. If the creature moves, we strike. If it hides company, we adapt. Either way, this ends here.
Need to keep focused. Monster. Death is too good for it.
I agree. Some evils don't deserve release, only remembrance.
Can't give up now. One day I'll catch a break.
We need to search it. Every rune hides a secret. Maybe a clue. Maybe a weapon. Maybe just one more reason to keep living. A void bulb. A potion of speed. This will come in handy.
Softer than a whisper. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Shadowheart's gaze lingered on the bodies ahead. Goblins, sprawled in the dirt like broken dolls. She was right. Even dead, they could still serve danger. Too many times I've seen corpses rise with teeth still sharp and grudges still fresh. We moved slow, every breath measured, every footfall tested. Supplies or snares, it didn't matter. In this world, both are found in the same place. Experience teaches what faith forgets. The dead can still be useful. Or hungry.
What's going on with that rune? Looks unstable somehow. Yeah, goes nothing.
You approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
I don't trust it, I said, more to myself than to them. We leave it, for now.
I don't need any attention right now. On my way.
There's wisdom in restraint, in knowing when curiosity becomes invitation. Whatever this mark is, it can wait. I'll learn what it wants before I give it my hand.
See what you're hiding. Keep your blade close.
Astarion, scout ahead. Keep low. Eyes sharp. Report the moment you see movement. He smirked, the kind of grin that hides fear behind elegance,
You won't see me coming.
then slipped into the brush, quiet as a rumor. Shadowheart and I held position near the ridge. The rocks rose like broken teeth. Perfect for an ambush. Perfect for a lesson in overconfidence. Caution isn't cowardice. It's experience paid for in blood. And right now, I have no idea where we are, or what haunts the edges of this place. So we wait, not out of fear, out of calculation. Because in war, the patient always strike first.
You're both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone.
But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt?
I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship. First you look, then you touch, then you take. The only thing we're sharing with you is our pointy ends. Get him!
It's clear now.
Let's go.
Astarion never intended to follow orders. I told him to report movement, not become it. From the ridge, I catch the flicker of motion. His cloak cutting through the brush, sprinting toward us. Not stealth, panic. Damn it! He's being chased. Whatever conversation he started has ended in the only way it could, with blades drawn and reason forgotten. Shadowheart, prepare for battle. Her eyes harden, light blooming faintly around her hands. The calm before the clash tastes like metal and memory. I don't know who's after him. Goblins? Bandits? Worse. But I know this. He's brought the fight to us.
Let's not get caught off guard. I just want a little look. Don't waste a step. Think you can take me on?
Got to focus.
Time for a cull. Yes, here. Yes. On my way.
My faith will protect me. Got to move. Time to deal some punishment.
These boots have seen everything.
Feel their anguish.
Need to stay focused.
On my way.
Moving.
Let's end this. Have to keep going.
Breathe deep and move.
To the death. Keep them guessing.
Another step forward.
You're mine.
Got to concentrate.
We survived. Barely. The air still crackles with the memory of steel and spellfire. So I take stock of the dead, of my companions, of this land that greets strangers with blades. Hostile ground. Hostile souls. Caution remains our only ally.
What's in here?
Interesting. A book. Worn. Soft at the edges. The kind that's been opened more than it's been closed. A treatise on the talus. Descriptions of the cards. Their meanings. Their whispers of fate. Pages marked in ink and care. The comet, death, and the 10 of waves. Someone studied these. Believed in them. Maybe even feared what they foretold. It belonged to the mage, the woman who fell in the fight. Her hands must have turned these same pages before she died. Beside it, a few coins. 5, 6, 7. No, 11. Enough for a meal or a mistake. And here, a scroll. I recognize the shimmer of the ink. Sleep. A spell to hush the world, to drown it in silence. Useful. Dangerous. Strange how the dead always leave behind what they needed most. And then there's the gnome. The greedy little fool who started it all. His body lies twisted, mouth still half open as if arguing with the gods themselves. I kneel beside him. Nothing much, few gold pieces, the last echo of a pointless ambition. But this, malachite, smooth, green, veined like trapped lightning, worth perhaps 25 gold, maybe more in the right hands. I pocket it all. Call it spoils, call it justice. The dead rarely mind what you name it. I turn to Astarion. What happened? He straightens, dusts himself off, and gives that wounded smirk of his. I went up friendly, he says, open hands, polite words, even told them I meant no harm. And yet, for reasons known only to small minds and smaller hearts, that gnome, Gimblebach, gave the order to attack. I ask if he tried to reason with them, to warn them about the Nautiloid and its danger. He shakes his head. They thought we were after the treasure, he says. Treasure? As if gold means anything when the world itself is rotting from the inside out. Wait. There were 4 of them. I'm sure of it. We searched 3. The mage, the brute, the gnome, but the 4th. Where? Here. Half hidden beneath the wreckage. Face buried in sand and ash. Not much left to find. A few gold coins, a pouch of supplies. Enough to keep us moving. Nothing more. I take what I can. The living have more need for it than the dead. Let's move, I say quietly. The wind answers with silence. And so we do. We stand before the chapel entrance. Stone doors fractured by time. Their carvings worn to whispers. My first thought is rest. Shelter. A moment where the wind doesn't carry the scent of blood. But instinct wins over comfort. This is where Astarion met the gnome and his doomed companions, and where greed still lingers like smoke after a fire. Before we settle, we search. The runes may still hold what the living missed. Valuables, clues, or maybe just the ghosts of those who thought themselves clever. Either way, we'll find what's left before someone else does. Instead of rushing the chapel entrance, I turn toward the courtyard. The air feels lighter, but not safer. All the better vantage. Call it a commander's habit I can't unlearn. From higher ground, I can see the beach below, the broken wreck, the scattered dead, the faint shimmer of the water catching morning light. If I've missed anything, this view will reveal it. I motion to the others to hold position. We'll clear the grounds first. Better to see what's coming before it sees us. A broken statue stands in the entryway, its face half gone, its grace forgotten. I can tell this was once a beautiful place, the kind built by faith and ruined by it. The stone still holds a kind of sadness, as if the walls remember what they were before belief tore them apart. I study the fractures, the carvings worn thin by time. This is what happens when ideologies outlive the people who built them.
Text is too faded. Doesn't tell me who was worshipped here.
Faith should guide, not blind, but somewhere along the line, beauty became a casualty of conviction. A shame, truly. This chapel could have been a sanctuary. Now it's just another rune, learning how to forget.
There's something underneath here.
I study the cracked stone beneath my boots. Beautiful tile once, now split by time and neglect.
Wouldn't take much to send that stone crashing downwards.
A dragon egg mushroom. Rare, fragile, beautiful. Its surface shimmers like cracked porcelain. Patterns so intricate you can't tell if they're born of nature or of magic. Smiths prize these, grind them into paste to ward off the fire that feeds their craft. If I can find enough, I can refine them into ashes of dragon egg mushroom, the first step in brewing fire resistance. Strange, isn't it? One of life's quiet ironies. To master a flame, you must first burn its heart. I pocket it gently, a reminder that even in ruin, creation still finds a way to bloom. Curiosity wins again. That foundation block, it's no accident. It waits above the dial like a hammer poised for judgment. Strange design. Purposeful. Shadowheart, your firebolt. Think you can bring that block down? She hesitates, then nods, a flicker of light already gathering in her hands. If the flame strikes true, it'll shatter the dial. Curiosity is a dangerous companion, but today it walks beside me nonetheless. Shadowheart rushes ahead, too eager, too curious, the fire still fading from her fingertips. The foundation block lies shattered, the dial split clean through. Careful! Only look. Nothing more. She peers over the edge, light from her spell bleeding down into the dark. Dust drifts like ash. The hole breathes, deep, hollow, inviting. It feels wrong, too deliberate. A trap dressed in reverence. What's down there? What secret hides beneath such caution? Instinct tells me there's something below. Something worth guarding. Or something best left buried. But we're battered, spent, and out of favor with fortune. Shadowheart's wounds still fresh. Astarion restless. Brittle. No, not yet. I'll mark this place in my log. Return when strength and sense permit. For now, we tread softly. Past the stone. Past temptation. Alive enough to be cautious. We gather what we can, scraps from the bandits' makeshift camp. The fire's long gone cold, but the scent of smoke still lingers. A couple bags lie scattered near the stones. Careless. Rushed. The kind of mistake made by people who thought they'd be back. Shadowheart kneels beside them. Eager. Not out of greed, but need. We need supplies. Food. Water. Shelter. The oak door stands before us, scarred, ancient, defiant. We test the handle. It doesn't budge. Locked. Of course it is. Shadowheart exhales softly behind me. Figures, she murmurs. Astarion leans close, eyeing the latch with that thief's curiosity of his. But even he shakes his head. No use. Without a key, it's sealed. I trace the grain of the wood with my fingertips. Solid. Too solid to break. Too proud to yield. Then we mark it. Doors have memories. This one will wait. We'll find another way in. We always do. I turn to Astarion. Scout the perimeter. Find a shelter. Somewhere quiet. Defensible. If this door won't grant us entry, we'll make our own. He smirks. Amused but compliant. As you wish, Commander. His voice drips with that practiced charm before he slips into the rune's shadow.
Careful, I bite.
Truth is, I wanted him gone. The beach has been cruel, the road uncertain, and through it all, Shadowheart's presence has been steady. I steal a glance at her. The light catches in her hair like dusk over steel. I consider saying something, anything, a jest, a compliment, a question wrapped in meaning. But she's hard to read. Guarded, wounded in ways that don't bleed. So I wait. A soldier's patience, testing the moment. Astarion's voice cuts through the quiet. Commander! Over here! So much for the chat. He waves us down from the ridge, excitement flickering in his tone. Found something better than a bedroll. A hatch, half buried, but intact. Could be another way into the chapel. Shadowheart glances at me. He's eager, she says. Too eager, I reply. Still, I can feel it too, the pull of discovery, a promise of answers beneath the ruined skin. But sense must rule over curiosity. We don't move until we've tended wounds, I tell them. We heal, we rest, then we see where that hatch leads. Astarion frowns, but nods. Shadowheart murmurs a quiet prayer, light pooling fairly around her hands. For a moment, I let myself believe we might actually survive this. Astarion calls out again. There! By the hatch! I follow his gaze. The earth dips, and there it is. A skeleton sprawled beside the entrance, half claimed by dirt and time. We search carefully. 5 gold pieces. A potion. Crimson and familiar. Potion of healing. A gift. Or a warning. We return to the courtyard. The wreck lies silent beneath the dusk. And for the first time since the crash, the world isn't screaming. The light fades soft over the sea, gold and gray, like memory trying to forgive itself. I think of the fight earlier, the gnome, his 3 companions, that young boy. Necessary or not, their blood is on my hands now. It's what command costs, what the curse demands. Shadowheart lingers near the edge, her eyes catching the dying light. Astarion leans against the wall, pretending to rest. For a moment, they both look almost human. I mark the map, the hatch Astarion found, the broken floor within the chapel. Each mark a promise to return, or a warning to stay away. And here, in this quiet rune, I let myself breathe. Maybe one day, this place could be more than a battlefield. Maybe one day, it could be a home.